Hi everybody, we're doing something a little bit different here. If you're wondering, why is there 3 boxes? Where are my games? You can ask LPL about that, but we're doing a live episode of the LPL English podcast, which is over on our YouTube. We're going to be trying this out with the new schedule here for Split 2. We're joined by Jack and by Mazel. Gentlemen, thank you for coming in on this is a Tuesday night at 2 a.m. How's your day been?
Tuesday morning.
Well, for me, it's super easy. It's just 7 p.m. on a Tuesday night, so, no sweat off my back.
It's no skid off my back either. 2 a.m. Easy peasy here on the West Coast. West Coast, best coast.
You were already going to be free anyway,
Yes,
by nature of it being LPL schedule. But we're going to be kind of talking about some of the games that happened. Obviously, for everyone at home, we've only been 2 days into the split, so there's not a ton of games to go off of, but I think we have some pretty cool things to talk about this week, and just catching people up on LPL every single week. We'll be doing it on the show here on Mondays.
I think we can already decide who's going to win Worlds. I really think 2 days was super, super indicative of who's going to win Worlds.
Yeah, I can't wait for Faker to pick up a 9th trophy.
Shut up!
Let's move on to some of the fun stuff here. For the first slide is actually just a continuation of a PSA, which is we have no games on Mondays, at least for the regular season. The regular season, no games on Mondays. There will be Tuesday games on week 5 and week 7, but we don't have to worry about that for 3 weeks from now. So for the most part, for the first 4 weeks of this tournament, we are going to have no games on Monday and Tuesday, which for longtime LPL fans is very weird. This league is a 7-day-a-week league, and we are moving down. We still have more broadcasts, and we have more games than NA
I saw
and LEC.
pigs flying outside of my window earlier today. So.
Well, that's because you live in America, so that's just normal.
That's
just a thing that happens.
That's also true.
The LPL wins one international tournament in 3 years, and then we don't need Mondays and Tuesdays. We can take those.
Yo.
Maybe that's a good thing. Not 7 days a week. We have to. Maybe Garfield was feeling in charge.
They're
He's like, guys, we won a tournament.
Yep.
LCK's not on right now.
Aren't they off on 2 days a week? We just copy LCK and we win everything.
Well, they won a lot of worlds recently, so maybe we should continue to copy some of their strats there. And they also have the same time slot as us. Anyway. Again, just make sure that if you're checking in and if you're looking for games or if you're going to someone's stream and you're like, why isn't Cadril streaming? Why isn't Dom streaming? Where's LPL English? At least I've done my part. I've told you that we're not going to be usually live with games until we get to playoffs, and then everything else changes. But, gentlemen, we can kind of just move straight into this week's results. We only did have 5 games. We only had one of them go to 3.
Tisk.
Any immediate kind of super big reactions coming out of day 1 and 2?
My first reaction is the Top Esports IG series was really fun to watch. I think that IG was, it looks good. But then Top Esports come around and beat AL 2-0. So I have no idea how to power rank the LPL right now. I have no idea what's going on with these teams.
The circle of suck, baby. It's starting up early here. Hey, Renard is pretty good. If you didn't watch the IG
but
series.
So is Tian.
But so is Tien, and he cried too, so he's got the emotional plug there.
Oh,
he did.
I was a little surprised that NIPWE went 2-0. I was really expecting that to be a 3-0, three game series rather, 3-0. So it was really interesting to see NIP perform the way they did. I think also obviously BLG JDG was a giga banger. I think we got. I know we were talking about it on the cast, but it felt like Bin kind of came into himself again in that series. And I think, obviously they lost the game, so it's not all sunshine and rainbows. But if you didn't watch that series, you should go watch it. It was a banger. Bin's Croc is still a menace.
Yeah. I really, really interested to see what is going to happen with like our middle of the pack, because like I have on my power rankings that I put online on my Twitter, likely to see top 3 is going to be JDG, Top Esports, and Weibo. I'm riding this Weibo train all the way till the end of the year. I don't know. I've given up on trying to think about this team logically. I'm just down for the ride. I want to see what happens. They got me in Split 1. All right. I think I fell in love in too many of their series, even if they are the most up and down team in the league. And it is of no surprise to me that Top Esports can get so smashed in their first game, their first series versus IG, where Jackeylove comes back to the league 0-13, and we're like, okay, if I'm a Chinese netizen, I'm going online, I'm saying Jackeylove this is not his debut, we're going to the next series. Okay, he debuted against AL. I don't know, that series
looked pretty
was really
good.
weird. I know they did look good, and I think a lot of Top Esports, one, I kind of blame their first series loss on their bot lane. And yes, Jackeylove, not great. He picked Jin. He deserves to lose. But Fungyue kind of hung him out to dry in a lot of scenarios, and then that led to a full-on collapse of the game. Obviously, it was Swayan's first series in LPL, so it's been very fun to see him kind of step into his own, and we'll see how long the 369 benching continues. Obviously self-inflicted, wants to feel taking a bit of a sabbatical, so we'll see how long that lasts.
Speaking of benching, bro, I don't know if Rookie's coming back, dog. I love Rookie, but I don't know if he's coming back, bro. I don't know if that seat's still there for him, man.
Yeah. Like for everybody who's wondering, yeah, Renard's playing good. I mean, we even saw that in Demacia Cup, right? Which was that he's actually looking pretty decent. But obviously, it's still rookie seat. And for anybody who doesn't know, we can't really talk about this on air because it's not, I think it detracts from the league at the end of the day, but the podcast is a perfect place to do this. Him and his wife did break up, a very long relationship. Hilda is also someone who works on the LPL official broadcast. And there are rumors of him having a new partner. And potentially there are also rumors that were put online that he wanted to take a break so that the attention from all of this did not actually affect the team, nor brought negative attention to Hilda, which I think is noble, but also, if the allegations are true, you probably just shouldn't cheat on your wife. Again, unconfirmed, allegedly. So it's quite interesting. We'll see if he steps back in, especially if IG continue to do well. If Renard keeps doing well, if he keeps getting MVPs and they keep winning.
Stop preying on his downfall, bro. Stop.
You're talking to the guy who wanted to see Rookie like clap last year, and we didn't see very much of that. So I don't know. And
then you've been calling for Renard all this year.
True. What's up
Not
with
yet.
our league with replacing, like, we are having like sub-in, sub-outs of GOATs of our league, you know? We had Jackeylove, Mako step out, TN wasn't playing. Now they're all back, and now we lose 2 more. I don't like it. Just bring them all. Come on. Rookie and 369. They need a break.
Who do we... Oh, I mean, okay, but those are... Okay, the 369 one is self-imposed. The bin one was self-imposed as well, halfway through Split 1.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
So is the Jackeylove at top. Like, if you're Jackeylove, you literally just said, hey, man, I am not popping up for Split 1.
good.
Whatever
I'm
happens,
good.
that is your mess.
I'm going to go do comedy at the Dude, that was actually like the greatest.
You guys seen?
Dude, that was the greatest one. Yeah, true. Unfortunately, Riot can't do that.
No. The NIP series, if you guys missed it, Guwon absolutely demolished Monkey.
They look good.
Jungle Masterclass that we got to see from them. Like, every other lane, I think if we just remove junglers for the game, I think it maybe is a more interesting series. But Guwon was the man this series. And I am really, really hopeful that this NIP team can kind of get it together, because if I'm not expecting any of the group Perseverance teams to really make a big splash here in this group, but if we have them being competitive with like Weibo and with potentially AL, I think that makes a much more interesting league, especially because this format for Split 2 rewards the Group Nirvana teams, I think, much more heavily. Whereas last season, Group Ascend, top 4 made it into playoffs immediately, bottom 4 made a play-in series versus other Group Ascend teams and the top 2 of Group Nirvana. This time, it is the top 4 of Nirvana versus the bottom 4 of Group Ascend, which is really, really big. You still have the demotion that comes in at the end of the bottom 2 LPL teams in Nirvana, but I think giving those 2 extra slots makes this tournament, makes play-ins anyway, significantly more interesting.
So we had how many? We had 8 last.
Yeah.
So we'd have 12.
So the play-ins is only, it's not going to be as like convoluted as the play-ins bracket this season was. It's literally just you play one best of 5 to get into playoffs,
okay.
and so it's still an 8-team bracket.
Okay, but there's just more chances for more teams. Or
yeah, there's more chances for more Nirvana teams. I'm not expecting for whoever is going to be 3rd, 4th, which could be like OMG and LGD, to take down potentially like Top Esports at 5th or like Weibo at 5th. But if you have like WE and NIP at like 7th and 8th, maybe there's some magic. Maybe LNG could fall again. I can't wait to see that.
No. Such high hopes on
that was
team,
painful.
man.
I was championing LNG the entire playoffs
Same,
run.
bro.
I was like, this is the team that's going to get in, and then they got
I was like, they're
demolished.
making the run from Nirvana all the way to Ascend, and they didn't.
They went 7-0 and they lost 1 best of 5.
I know.
But that's all that matters.
Exactly.
That's all that matters.
Ouch.
Can you believe this? Sorry, a little sidetrack.
No, you're good.
We're gonna be down to 12 teams for Split 3. That's crazy. It's like insane.
That is true. That is true. But they do come back. Well,
Yeah,
they are supposed to come back. It's unfortunate that RNG and FPX both decided to leave, but can't exactly stop that. If there was one big series, I know Lennon, you're probably going to say BLG JDG, but Jack, do you have a different answer for if there's only one series that folks at home can watch that you would like throw them at?
I really think watching Top Esports versus AL is a good series. I think because it makes the league really interesting at the top end, or maybe the number 1 is pretty set, maybe number 2 is pretty set there as well, but I'm still so confused about what is happening at our 3, 4, 5 spot. Anytime Weibo jumps in here too, I have no idea what's going on.
Well, that's good. That's what makes the league more exciting. We can move on to our next slide. This is mostly just going to be kind of another recap, but mostly of the new players that are joining and them getting MVPs. I know we talked about them individually.
New guy.
Yeah, that new guy Tien. I've never seen him before.
I've never heard that name before, man.
He doesn't look very good. I don't know.
Doesn't look very good. That's crazy.
But I think it is really impressive that Sueon had 2 good games against Flandra. Now, Flandra isn't the most mechanical top laner in the league, but I think the manner in which we got to see him and going back to the Jace in the second game was really, really nice.
I appreciated the Gnar a lot because I think one thing, sometimes we've had Flandra be really lane dominant, but a lot of times it's his impact and utility in fights. And I think that's something that we saw kind of flow the other way in that series, and I think it was really cool.
I don't think solo kills are everything, but I'm fairly sure, if I remember correctly, that was the game that like level 3 or level 4, Xuan solo killed. He was playing Renekton, right? I'm pretty sure Flandra was playing Renekton that game.
Yes, it was because the last fight of this game one was so cringe. Like, AL is up 7,000 gold. Flandra TP flanks, walks into 4. He's like, guys, I stunned Jackeylove. And the rest of it, they're in the middle of mid lane, like the dead center of mid lane between both teams. AL are at tier 1 on their side of the map on red side. Renekton is 2 screens away from Orianna and Xin Zhao. Flandra completely sold this game. I'm like, oh no. How do they instantly end the game from there? I'm like, what? Huh? I
gotta say, we gotta stop giving Orianna over, guys. We gotta stop. It's too
The
good.
Oriana lost,
good.
Kappa. The results say that.
I don't care.
It sucks.
You gotta stop. I will say something that's really shocking to me. I was looking at if my mouse can work. I was looking at like picks and bans for the LPL, and I know that it's only just started this second split, but it was the same in split 1. Let me check to make sure that I'm not completely capping. But like our Pantheon is just completely non-existent, and it's really strange because everywhere else it's quite good. The like the global pressure and being able to rotate between I can't remember who said it, but I really liked the analysis. The point was, when you're so focused on dragons and there's nothing else that speeds up the game, having the globals to kind of cheat the tempo to affect these side lanes and break open the game's tempo, that's what makes the Pantheon so strong, or one of the reasons like the Nocturne's so strong. And
Yeah.
we're playing a bit of Nocturne, but our Pantheon is...
It's the same. It's the same appearance rate as Nocturne. They both have four games.
But the lose rate though.
Yeah, that's not. It is 1-4. Tarzan has the 1 win on it, and then Tien played it in their first series. Now,
Shouldn't
and it
should've
is
won.
three. It is
Should've
3
should've
losses into Nocturne, which I think is somewhat interesting.
Yeah.
But I do think some of those games are. All 3 of the losses are not Pantheon's fault. Like
yeah,
that
completely.
game from Tien, he's 5-1-3 on the champion, and he's making plays, but his bot lane just dies on repeat, and it's like, okay, the game's over.
Shouldn't
The monkey
sacrifice
game
his
That was a
life
hard
for
watch. That
3
game was
times.
hard to watch.
the monkey game, impossible to play. Like, he's literally getting counter jungled on every one of his camps versus Vi, or he's versus Nocturne. This is also the game 2, if I remember correctly, where I made the joke that they were doing the Parahoya, which is Nocturne plus go to Hoya's lane. So that was less of Pantheon's fault. And then, yeah, Shun versus Nocturne, or Junja.
He did not need to
the
give
PLG.
those kills over, bro. Dude,
It
that
felt good,
man,
though.
that man saved a 0-4 bot lane or a 0-3 bot laner when he was 4-0 for no reason. It gave away like 600, 700 gold. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then he did that
Just
like 3
wanted to
more
do the
times.
number, man. Just want to piss me off every time. Just want to say the God. Oh, okay. And anything else we want to say about these guys? Like, I
Renard
know we were
good.
kind of tentatively happy about Renard, but like, it is just one
Mhm.
series.
I will say,
To the moon.
for me, I guess the most exciting new player here is this Tian guy.
This
We're gonna go
I-
back to it.
I think that in his, like, you were talking about the game against IG, like kind of struggling, but like not him personally, just can't make an impact. But I feel like he was trying, and like the only player who was really pulling his weight that game. And then against AL, he just completely destroyed them. I feel like
Yeah.
it's really exciting to have Tien back in the league, and obviously he's emotional, which is really sweet, I guess. It's really touching. It's a very human moment. So I'm excited to see what he can do, because I'd love to see another aggressive jungler in the league. I mean, maybe Tien versus Junja. That would be a great match.
I
He's
feel
always
like
been one.
Tien is going to own that guy, bro. I love
probably.
Tien so much. There's so much unnecessary Tien hate in the community.
Agreed.
You guys, you got to get over that FPX run at Worlds where they got stomped by LEC. That
It
that was a
happens.
whole other can of
TS did
worms.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We-
he might
we
have been
lost
on
to
that
Vietnam.
team too, but I'm not gonna say that anyway.
Yeah, we lost to Vietnam.
We're not gonna put contest clues in there. It's fine.
Yeah. Because this is a shorter episode, we don't have as many segments built out for the show, but kind of moving forward, looking at what is going to be our first full week of LPL. So we'll have Wednesday all the way to Sunday. Here are some really cool games that are coming up. Gentlemen, is there any games that you think fans at home should be looking forward to?
I'm
Yeah,
just
the
gonna
quick
take the
scan.
first one. I think Weibo versus NIP is gonna be really interesting for what the middle of the pack is gonna look like. I still think NIP are gonna struggle to find games in a lot of these Group Ascent series, but I think there's some breathing room for them to be able to make it to that middle of the pack section. And I think Weibo is a really nice test for them, especially after seeing the 2-0 against WE. Like, what is possible with this team when they have things going well for them. So I actually think that one's going to at least tell us a little bit of how things are going to shake out in the first half of the split.
I'll say 2. The first Nirvana game is going to be really cool. I'll kind of excited because it's LNG and I like that team. But I also think the Top Esports versus JDG, seeing how good this Top Esports roster is. Was the IG loss a fluke? Was the AL win a fluke? You know, how are they going to slot in? Because it does feel weird to say, like, after a couple of matches where they're slotted in, but there isn't really that many that they actually get to play versus each other before playoffs comes back around again. You know, this is only another double round robin, so you only get to play each other twice. And there is a ton of matches in there, but I think the LPL has matches more so because there's so many teams rather than they get to play tons against each other.
Yeah.
WE plays 3 times. That's crazy.
I was getting it's WE Hell Week, by the way. They face Top Esports, BLG, and IG.
It's tough, bro. That's tough.
It's time to suffer.
And they already lost 2-0 their first series. So if they start 0-4, that's crazy.
We need some Dragon Ball Z level of, like, give me your power. Put your hands up for WE, guys. They need it.
It might be a give me another jungler, bro. At this point, give me another jungler, because I don't know if Monkey's making it through this season. I really like this Nirvana game, mostly for the fact that Nirvana is single round robin, and this is between what I think generally everybody has kind of agreed are the top 2 teams in Group Nirvana. So if these are our first and second seed facing off already, then this match essentially decides first place between them, because if they're going to go tier list down, EDG is more likely than not to lose out to random team. They already lost a game to Thunder Talk for some reason in split 1, and then they had some troubles in their group. So anything's possible. Anything's possible here. And I'm just hoping that whatever went on for LNG that caused them to boom on one of their most important series of the year, that it's gone.
Because we're seeing those problems now. They're in Group Nirvana. That was one of the biggest detriments in Split 2 when Nirvana was introduced, where it was a single round robin where Group Ascent is playing double round robin. You see the difference in the teams that have a double round robin. Like, you see the preparation, you see the kind of growth, whereas in Nirvana you have to win or your season's done, and you could be potentially out for next split as well. So I think it's like, it sucks to see LNG fall so hard, because it's not like they get a second chance coming into the split 2. Now they have way fewer matches. They have to prove themselves very quickly, and I think that's one of the things that makes, like, split 2 moving forward in LPL these last couple of years really, really interesting.
I want them to just stick with it, man, because it's cool that you won 6 best of 3s in a row, but, like, for them, it's got to be like, God, we got to do this again? Like, I got to beat up on Ultra Prime again?
But they had more, games in Split 1, so what did they do with only, like, 4 or 5 games?
I got to beat OMG, which apparently, the rumors are, on Weibo anyway, that OMG is kind of they're doing very well in scrims. They're apparently very, very, very strong. I can't verify with how well they are doing, but the word on the block is that they might be mega contenders. And I'm just hoping that Rio, however we end up pronouncing his name, I just hope that he gets a start this year, or this split, and gets to play a full split of LPL, because he would have probably, I think, won Rookie of the Split if only he didn't sub in for the last, like, 2 series of that Group Nirvana. That would have been way more of a banger, I think, if we got to see more of that guy. So not a ton of games, at least for the start of the season, but we're going to get straight into the swing of things. Again, Mondays are off completely for the regular season of Split 2, and some Tuesdays, but not all, week 5 and week 7. We've got one more segment before we let you guys go. That is going to be bringing in our producer, Ilya. Are we doing? We're doing it again.
Let's go.
Are you doing the
Learn Chinese. Learn Chinese.
Can you hear me through aux mic? No. Give me one moment.
You could definitely. I guess not.
I can
on the
hear
stream,
you.
You can't.
Oh, probably.
On Discord, probably yes.
On Discord,
Yeah.
probably.
I can hear now.
Is that God?
All right, I'm here. Wow.
All right.
On stream. Ta-da!
Hello.
Boom!
Oh, I I need to move to the other side, actually. Give me one.
Yeah, send us.
You're
the,
blocking the Chinese.
Yeah,
I can't read it.
That
I definitely.
Alright.
couldn't
I
read
guess
it.
I guess while he is setting this up, you guys might need paper, pen and
Yes,
paper.
go
No.
get.
So
I have a book. Hold on.
Okay. I need to
I
grab
have
Notepad.
the back of an
and a-
on
You
my
have
LPL
both
notes.
here because wait,
Okay.
Do I have to show this to stream? Goodness.
yes, you will have to show.
Yes.
Let's.
I'll write it in the back.
Make sure
You will
my
hear
envelope
Echo
doesn't
on
have
Elk because we share an office.
Yeah, my bad, everybody. Unfortunately, me and producer Ilya live with each other. We're like roommates, so
Roommates?
we're just
You're gonna
roommates,
get.
guys.
You're gonna be getting a talking to later on. All right.
We're
All right.
just roommates,
So
guys.
today, with learning Chinese, we are going to be learning 3 different characters. The first one is nai,
Nai.
similar to how like the end is nai.
Or nayo.
Nai or nayo, right? Nayo means, and
Nayo.
so if you know jiayo from the fan chants, yo means oil, so nayo is cream.
Oh, milk oil is what I.
Milk
Milk
oil,
oil.
is cream.
Okay. So
And
we
the
writing these
second
characters
one-
down?
You can write them down after I explain them, and you say them first.
Okay.
But if you are super eager, you can start writing them now. The
Eager
second
little
one
students.
is 我. 我 means
Wo.
I.
Whoa.
So you would say 我是 for I am, for example. So 我.
Sure.
Similar to 我是 cooked is a way that we would use it, is I am cooked.
他们是 cooked.
他们是 cooked. But in this case, 我是 cooked is I'm cooked. But 我是 cooking is I'm cooking.
Oh. And an important thing for anybody who is just joining us for this first time on the segment, we've done this a couple times on the LPL English podcast, but this is the first time, obviously, we've done this thing kind of live. Those brushstrokes that you're seeing on the graphic here, typically it's not going to matter, but I think Ilya could explain this a bit better.
So Chinese is mostly the brushstroke order is very important in the way that you write characters, and so you write typically left to right and top to bottom. Chinese characters can often be separated into 2 or 3 quadrants. For example, if you see on the word nai, it's separated into 2 pieces, basically. The left side is a prefix for the word woman or female, and so that's where the word milk comes from. And then the third character here that we'll learn today is ma. Ma, which means mother. So mama, right? That's fairly universal, I think. And so the word for mother has the prefix for woman in front of it. And so with these 3 characters that we have here, nai, 我, and ma, you can make 2 phrases related to League of Legends. The first one is 奶我. Literally, this would mean milk me. But in the terms of League of Legends and video games, stop laughing.
Don't teach that to Cubby.
It means heal me.
Yep.
And then the second one that we can learn here, because with League of Legends there are a lot of nicknames for characters. For example, Misfortune is 枪女, which means gun woman. For Soraka, it's Nai Ma, as in milk mother, which means Soraka because she does a lot of healing.
Nice.
These are my characters.
No.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Those are pretty good. I would
My
say same
handwriting
thing that
is
I
atrocious.
said to. That's okay. Mine is too. I would say the same thing that I did to Quacks.
I think it's backwards
the
on camera.
previous episode. I can see it on camera.
Okay.
Is that it can help a lot with writing Chinese to imagine a square with 4 quadrants in which that you're writing.
So you can kind of see it on the words here on the graphic. It is split into 4 quadrants. It's just very, very light.
Okay, okay.
And that can be a way to organize how you are writing it a little bit better.
Oh, you do the 2 lines.
All right.
Interesting.
Elk, Lennon, have you guys finished writing your
I
3
have
characters?
I have some of it.
So,
So,
So what's up?
The
my
problem.
my pronunciation is going to be wrong here, so forgive me. But could I, go to the Chinese super server, and say, "Nai wo nai ma"?
It'd just be like heal me Soraka. If you had one, yeah, it would make sense. You could just say
Yeah, yeah.
Nai
You're
wo.
just saying it
Nai
randomly. I
wo.
don't know. You know.
Yeah, no. On the Chinese super server, there's Soraka in my game, and I'm playing Draven or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd probably just leave the game first.
you
Yeah.
probably wouldn't need to say Soraka because
Oh,
it's kind of
see.
implied that the healer
Mm-mm.
is going to be Soraka in that case. Or if you need healing, you'll need healing from anybody who can give it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, my characters are there.
Draven, man. No, Draven Soraka is the first
On
one that came into
your-
my head, Junlo.
On your Ma Lennon, the woman and the horse are a little bit far apart, the 2 halves of it. You probably want to get them a little bit closer to each other so that they are
Okay.
closer to the same character.
Same
Something
for
I've
that
noticed
one,
with
too.
all of your was is that the top left dot is a little bit small compared to the rest. However, that's also just handwriting preference.
Interesting. Well, you learn something new every day.
I'm in a very
Well,
Chinese part of my life.
Not this
Nai
shit
wo.
again.
When I see my support every 15 minutes in League of Legends, I will say Nai wo and hopefully get heals. If not, I'll ask where my Nai ma is.
I'm writing.
Surely,
If you guys want
you
for
said,
more practice, you can write Nai Wa and then Nai Ma together.
That sounds terrifying.
is this if you were to say this to someone who doesn't understand League of Legends, you would be looked at very strangely. Yes.
If you're just saying milk me over
It
and over again?
doesn't-
Yeah.
No.
Like if I went up to
the
a
term
random
Naiwa
Chinese
applies to more than just League of Legends. It's most video games will say this. I learned the term Naiwa because I was playing Overwatch with a Chinese team a little while back. A little while meaning like 9 or 10 years ago.
It's just like yesterday. Don't worry, it's like yesterday.
And until then, I didn't really speak Chinese, especially not for video games. And so I heard my teammate screaming, Naiwa, Naiwa, Naiwa. And I did not know what the hell that meant because, you know, the literal translation of it. So I was really confused. And then over the Overwatch voice comms, I hear the loudest, heal me! And that's how I learned that
Nice.
heal me is
Context,
milk
please.
me.
Yeah. Can I get a official?
These are pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm getting glazed by my roommate, guys.
Nice,
Get owned,
nice.
Your
losers.
roommate.
My roommate likes me more than you guys.
I hope so.
Damn.
I hope so.
Yeah, you're a really good roommate.
I'm a great
Bestie.
roommate.
Great roommate. Great roommate.
All right. Thank you, producer Ilya, Coach Ilya. Is there any last words you want to say before we send you back into the closet?
Into the. I've been out of that for 13
The
years. I'll have
production
you know.
closet. The production closet.
Context clues.
Thank you guys for learning
remember.
Chinese with me. Keep up your studies, and maybe one of these days, one of you will be able to recite back to me how to say League of Legends in Chinese.
Oh, true.
Elk.
I know.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm here. What's League of Legends in Chinese?
Yin
Do it.
Xiong. Yin Xiong.
Oh,
Yin Xiong. I forgot the last.
does that count as Alex?
It's
one?
four words. It's four
League
words.
of
It's 4 words.
But hold
Yin
on, we gotta
Xiong.
really talk. Since this
And
is
And then
a live
wait, I can just pull up
broadcast.
the LPL. Wait, I can just pull up the
Oh.
LPL Weibo real quick and
Wait,
read
this is just cheating.
Yes,
Ying
get fucked, losers.
Xiong Lian Meng. There you go.
Meng.
Yang Meng.
Meng.
Since this is
Mom.
technically a
Ying
live
Xiong
broadcast,
Lian
does that
Mom.
mean that Alk used his one swear of the year?
No,
Or
it's
he just did it
podcast.
twice,
We can
but-
just keep it respectful on a respectful amount.
What am I going to
okay.
use my one for?
You're not.
Probably when
Don't do
JDG
it.
doesn't make
Don't
an
do it.
international.
Yeah, true. Well, no, it's when we're watch partying worlds and T1 wins again. I have to lose my eyebrows.
I'm gonna murder you.
The faker ninth trophy's coming. Anyway,
If it gets him to
Bye-bye.
retire, I'm cool with it. It's fine.
no, now that's gonna get you in way more trouble than anything I
I
said.
know
today,
it
so-
is. I know it is.
Yoinks. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us for a live episode of the LPL English podcast. We'll be back next week on Monday to try to fill the void of no games being played on this day for some reason. But Jack, Mazel, where can folks find you this week?
Thursday on the LPL English and what is it? Bedison Jack on Twitter.
Okay.
Nice. I'm Mazel. You can find me on Twitter at MazelCast. I'm also going to be on Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun. BLGWE. I feel bad for
Awesome.
WE.
Lennon, Mazel, are you doing any NACL this week?
No, dude. I am actually not on NACL until like May, bro.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Yeah.
Damn.
But then I'm on like every single day.
Are you color casting or?
No,
But-
that is not gonna happen. That is not
True.
gonna. I did that for LPL for like 2 years. Every now and then, I'm not doing it for NACL.
Damn. All right.
yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. If you want to catch the VOD, it'll be over on our YouTube channel, so please make sure that you're subscribed there so you can keep up to date on all things LPL English. I've been Alk, joined by Jack, Mazel, and by Ilya. Thank you everybody, and have a great night.
Bye.